Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy, and I'm back, and this time I've got some awesome camp locations where you can have two resource extractors at the same time. And I gotta say, it is pretty freaking cool being able to rock two of them instead of just one. Now I've got 5 spots, but I'm kind of worried about the first two, so I kind of want to get them out of the way. Mostly, I'm worried about the distance between the two spots. I feel like one of these might fall just barely too far out of range. So this first one here, this is going to be for copper and gold. Now, as you'll see, I mean, there's going to be a decent little space between them. So we got copper here, and let me run over to the gold. I think they might barely fit inside the circle. And the beauty part of this is the entire hole for the resource does not have to be inside the circle. I know at my base, the circle cut, I think, like halfway through it, and it still let me build. So this is right outside of Watoga. So you'll be in a fairly good spot for when a nuke hits bottom right. You'll still be out of range. Alright, next up, this is for lead and acid. And also, it's kind of a neat spot. There's also a scorch beast that flies around here as well. And just fair warning. So if you go over to the cliff from where the lead's at, and look down right around here, you want to make your way down this cliff. Try not to kill yourself. I came pretty close to screwing it all up. But I got kind of lucky. I feel like if I'd fallen any further, it would have auto-killed me. But right at the bottom of this spot, there's like a little cave. It's not very big, but it's just big enough for you to be able to put an acid resource extractor in here. Now, my only worry with this location is the distance and height. I really feel like if you're going to take this location, I would start up at the lead, fall down the cliff a little ways, and then try to put down your camp. Because if you try to put it at the bottom or the top, I feel like you might end up just out of range height-wise. So safe bet, place it part way up the cliff. Also, your base might look pretty freaking cool built along the cliff edge. But this is where this one's at. This will also keep you towards the bottom of the map so you can easily fast travel over to a nuke spot, or at least close by a nuke spot. Next up, we have acid and phosphate, also known as fertilizer. Now these, I guarantee you can have 2 resource extractors at. These are super close together. I mean, look at this, they're like almost right next door to one another. So I think it's a safe bet. You build here, you can definitely have both of them. That way you get a little bit of acid for whatever you need that for, and you get your fertilizer for your farm. Ironically, it's right beside a farm. Next up, we have copper and iron. That way you can start getting some steel and some copper. And I was quite surprised when I went to this location. I don't know how I've missed this before, because it is so close to Vault 76. I was also kind of surprised I haven't seen anybody else building over here. You got a nice little cliff with a lovely little view over here. But when I open the map, you'll see it is really close to 76. And out of all the locations, this is the one that is closest to any workshop. Alright, now we'll move on to where my base is, because this is possibly the coolest spot. Because you get lead and junk. I feel like a lot of you are going to be like, oh, yep, that's where I'm moving. Lead and junk, it's amazing. Originally, I was going to have this video at the beginning, but I got thinking about it, and I was like, I think I'm going to save that clip for last. Save the best for last. But eventually, I'm going to hop up on my base, and I'll open up the build menu just to show you like how you have to space this, because it's kind of weird when you're putting down your camp, trying to gauge where you can do it to get both of them in. So when I put the circle down, I gauged it off of the tree right behind my resource extractor, making sure the green line didn't go past it. And as you can see, the line cut straight through my other extractor, which kind of sucks because then I can't build a little bit of defenses around it to help protect it. Oh well, it's the junk one. I can live if it gets messed up a little bit. The lead one, on the other hand, gotta protect it. Now that should wrap up the 5 double resource extractor locations. But if you know of any more like that, please hop down in the comments, let me know. I'll try to get it into a future video. And real quick, I gotta give a special thanks to Michael DeWitt. Posted in one of my previous videos telling me about the lead junk location where I moved my base to. And that spot is super cool. I'm loving that spot. Now as for my next video, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I'm kind of thinking about doing resource spots that also have water so you can build the good water purifiers. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.